The vast majority of style advice out there stinks, whether that advice comes from a petite influencer or not. And what's even worse is that it often sends us into the completely wrong direction, compounding the problem that we already have going on in our closet. Because you're more than just short. Two women can be petite, and if one has an athletic shape and the other has a curvy, the styles that look good and flatter their body shape best are going to be completely different. So in this episode, we're going to tackle body shape and how petites can use it to their best advantage. Welcome to Inside Petite Style, the only podcast created exclusively for women 5'3" and under. If you're tired of pants that drag on the ground, sleeves that swallow up your hands, and want a wardrobe that actually fits your height, flatters your body shape, and works for your real life, you are in the perfect place. I'm your host, Angela Foster, petite style coach and creator of the Spark Style Method. When you're ready, let's get this style party started. In case you're new here, first, thank you so much for listening. And second, the Spark Style Method is likely new to you. It's the signature framework I came up with to help clients create a wardrobe that fits their height, flatters their body shape, and fits in with their lifestyle. It's an acronym, and the first step is S for body shape. Now, in case you're thinking, I already know what my body shape is, I'm going to hit fast forward and skip to the good stuff, you might want to reconsider because we look at body shape a whole lot differently around here. And here's the reason why. When I first started style coaching, I would jump on, well, back then it was Skype, but now it's Zoom. I would jump on a call with a client and ask her about her body shape, and she would say, oh, I'm an apple and my shoulders are too broad and my bust is too big. Or I'm a pear and my hips are too wide or my butt is too big. It was always put ourselves in a category and here's what's wrong with it. Well, if you've ever had one of those mornings where you're all out of coffee beans, the creamer is spoiled and you can't find sweetener to save your life and you leave the house and you feel all a kerfuffle, the same thing happens when we get dressed. If we just stood in our closet, threw on clothes, and all we can think about is what's wrong with our body shape or what we don't love about our figures, it's really hard to leave the house in the mindset that we're going to go out and completely crush the day and tackle our goals. We're going to flip the switch because you are not a fruit salad, nor are you any of the ingredients that go into a fruit salad. Instead, we're going to figure out what your favorite feature is and then emphasize the heck out of it so that you leave the house every single day feeling confident in your clothes. You might be getting a little bit scared. For example, you think, I really love my bust, but if I choose that, is Angela going to tell me I need to wear super low-cut tops and show lots of cleavage and flash a lot of skin because that does not work in my work environment? Or I don't want to choose my legs because then she's going to tell me to wear skirts that are hoochie mama short. Please, rest assured, accentuating what you love about your figure is so much more subtle and so much more tasteful. It's about attracting the eye where you want to, not by being flashy, but by really living into your own personal style. If a thought popped into your head of, I can't think of anything that I like about my figure, please know that's not unusual and you are not alone. I get that message or some version of it once or twice a week from somebody who's new to the Petite Revolution community. And not to get too far off topic, but there's a couple things that I would ask. The first one is that you hang with me through the rest of the episode. We are going to switch it around so you have something very specific to dress to accentuate every single day. Also, women are phenomenal at being hypercritical. So you might want to just take a step back and ask, am I just picking myself apart? The second thing is, as women, our figures are always changing. We get pregnant, we have the baby, we lose the weight we don't, we go through menopause. on and on and on. Unfortunately, one of the great joys about being petite is those changes show up more dramatically on us. Once you know how to accentuate the favorite feature, because I know you're going to find one, and also camouflage areas that you don't love, which we'll talk about the next episode, and flattering your shape, all of this is going to get a whole lot easier. Now we're ready to cover the 4 most popular favorite features. We're just going to go over a few suggestions. You're more than welcome to take one of those and to try it on, or you can choose your own. Also, after you take the Petite Body Shape quiz, you're going to get a favorite feature style guide, which has links to all of my different Pinterest boards with even more ideas and suggestions. If you love your waist, there are some really simple, easy ways for you to accentuate it. Think belts right at your visible or natural waistline. One thing about belts, though, is that oftentimes for petites, so that we don't break up our visible line, it's best either do a belt that's the same color as our bottom or a small skinny belt. And again, just make sure you wear it at your natural waistline and not let it fall down to your hips. The second one is high-waisted pants or paper bag waisted pants. Wrap styles, whether they be dresses or tops or sweaters, are all brilliant at emphasizing your waist. Now, if you love your legs, straight or wide leg pants. One caveat on that, you want to make sure that the hemline falls long enough that it grazes the toes of your shoes. Shoes that match your skin tone, which we will talk about a lot in future episodes, skirts and dresses that hit right under the widest part of your thigh. If you chose your bum as your favorite feature, you're going to want to make sure that all of your blazers, your tops, and your sweaters don't fall any lower than the top of your hip bone. You're also going to want to think about your pants, and pants that have pockets or a deeper yoke in back are all things that emphasize your booty. Now, if you love your bust, V-necks, scoop necks, any kind of wrap tops are great. Layered necklaces that draw attention to your décolleté, and one of my favorites are French girl scarves. For those of you that were having trouble deciding, one of those might have really resonated with you. If not, and you're still struggling a smidge, then think about emphasizing your wrists or your collarbones. Both areas are such a beautiful, feminine, and typically delicate area of a woman's body, and they're so easy to emphasize. With the collarbones, same thing as the bust, V-neck sweaters, delicate necklaces. You don't want anything too statement that will actually cover up the collarbones. For your wrists, it's so easy to get a couple of delicate bangles that just bring a touch of attention. Now, in the next episode, we're going to talk about very specific styles and silhouettes for each of the 3 signature body shapes. In the meantime, though, there are 2 style challenges. The first one is to take the style quiz. And like I mentioned, you will be getting a favorite feature style guide that will give you more inspiration. The second one is when you get dressed tomorrow, pick your favorite feature and choose a way to emphasize it, and just take note of how you feel differently and more confident when you're leaving the house. Until next time, have fun and stay stylish. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Inside Petite Style. When you're ready to create a wardrobe that fits your height, flatters your body shape, and makes getting dressed fun and easy, head over to InsidePetiteStyle.com and take my free Petite Style quiz. You'll get personalized tips and strategies made just for your proportion and your height. And hey, you know that girlfriend who's always rolling up her sleeves and hemming her pants? Share this episode with her. She needs to know she's not alone and that there are real solutions. See you next week. Until then, have fun and stay stylish.
This is for my girls all around.